Thank you, RJ Barrett. I appreciate it. Haven't seen a shot in Toronto like that since Kawhi. Something about those rims, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy.
There is a guy on Instagram who is proving that scientifically and mechanically it is impossible for all these shots to go in. Check out this next clip right here.
The NBA uses magnets, but they're getting lazier with it. We all remember the Kawhi Leonard shot from 2019. Looking back, I can't believe any of us actually fell for this. I mean, it's obvious there's something going on with the ball, right? That doesn't happen. Tonight they tried to recreate it, but it looks oddly familiar. It almost looks exactly like the Tyrese Halliburton shot versus the Knicks. It also looks really similar to the one that Paulo hit against the Detroit Pistons. It looks like the NBA is reusing the same script.
The RJ Barrett shot broke the laws of physics. The ball hits the back iron with a heavy backspin, and mathematically it should kick back towards the logo. Instead, it defies gravity, climbs 5 feet into the air, and drops perfectly into the cylinder. If it misses, the Cavs move on and the NBA loses millions of dollars. But it went in. And if you think this is just luck, you have not been paying attention. Look at what JJ Reddick had to say. He is also suspicious of this very seemingly common occurrence.
The ball stopped rattling in and out.
JJ Reddick is so upset, he goes on to compare this to that kids movie with Lil Bow Wow from like 20 years ago.
There's a basketball movie about that where they put a little electronic chip in the ball, and every time I got near the rim, they would make it rattle off.
Before we get into the physics, let's first follow the money. Okay, a Game 7 is not just a Game 7. It is a windfall. The NBA has an interest in extending playoff series. This is a known thing. Everyone knows this. Tickets for a deciding Game 7 often sell for 200% more than a standard playoff game. We are talking about an extra $10 to $15 million in gate revenue alone. Not to mention the ad buy spikes for ABC and TNT. Folks, everybody is in on this together. You think ABC cares that the NBA is rigging a game so that there's a longer series? They want that. And when a series ends in 6, that money disappears. The NBA is a business first, and business is booming whenever the ball takes a friendly bounce to force a Game 7. This is a fact. There's science, and then there's business. Business comes first. Entertainment.
What the NBA is? A business? It's an entertainment, right? So it's entertainment first. So you have to think of it like that. They're in the business of entertaining, not the business of basketball.
Folks, NBA players know that this is a thing. Look at LeBron James' smirk when he's talking about the balls clanging in the rims. He knows it. Look at JJ Reddick and how annoyed he is when he's on the losing end of a game, right, in this situation. Look at what Gilbert Arenas just said. Gilbert Arenas was not just a former NBA player, 3-time All-NBA player. He knows the ins and outs of the NBA. He was in locker rooms. He met with David Stern multiple times. He knows more than anybody. And he said this is an entertainment. This is the WWE. It's wrestling. This is not pure sports competition. Check out this next clip of Devin Booker, basically not just complaining, but you can see the look in his face because he knows that there are powers above him controlling everything in the NBA.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but even the broadcast was confused by your tech. What was the explanation that you got?
I still haven't got one. It's definitely something that has to be looked into. I heard Caruso tell him to call the tech, and, he ended up doing it. So that's one ref. In my 11 years, I haven't called a ref out by name, but James was terrible tonight, through and through. It's bad for the sport, bad for the integrity of the sport. People are going to start viewing this as a WWE, if they're not held responsible.
We have seen this script before. Remember 2019? Kawhi Leonard's 4-bounce miracle? The ball was crawling around the rim. Insane. The NBA wanted Kawhi to advance. They did not want to reward the Sixers after the process. Physics say the energy should have dissipated after the second hit on that Kawhi shot. Look at the ball. It's insane. Last year with Tyrese Halliburton, the impossible floater that looked like it was guided by an invisible hand. Every time the league needs a rating boost or a series extension, the rims in Toronto and Indiana suddenly become the most forgiving surfaces on earth. LeBron James was smirking when he talked about this. Is it a coincidence or is it engineering? Here is the smoking gun. When a ball hits the rim, it follows the laws of reflection. The angle of incidence should equal the angle of reflection. With Barrett's shot, the ball hit at a sharp downward angle. To bounce straight up as high as it did, an external upward force had to be applied at the moment of impact. Consider the kinetic energy formula. To get that much vertical lift, the ball would need a massive injection of energy. In a world of smart balls and sensor-heavy rims, is it crazy to suggest a localized electromagnetic pulse, or I don't know, a magnet inside the rim that could pull the ball towards the center? Even a 1% adjustment is the difference between a brick and a miracle. Folks, look at the difference here. The rim looks stiff. As for RJ, it looks soft, almost magnetic. Fans have been calling it out for years. We saw it in the 2002 Kings Lakers. We're seeing it again now. Is this just the basketball gods, or is it the basketball boardroom? Let me know in the comments if you think that the Barrett bounce was natural. Hit subscribe for more.